The 10th question that we have involves interpretation of graphs. Interpreting graphs are always very important. The first graph we have been given log T half versus log A graph, where A is the initial concentration. The rate constant is given to be equal to K. We need to find out the order of this reaction and the value of T half. So here we see that log of T half is equal to the constant is the equation of this line. Therefore, from this we get that T half is equal to constant. We know that T half is equal to constant for a first order reaction. Therefore, we get the answer for this part as order equal to 1. Now T half, we know that for a first order reaction is equal to ln 2 upon K. So our answer for T half comes out to be equal to ln 2 upon K. So we now know that the graph is like this. For part B, we see that it again a graph of log T half versus log A is given. We need to find out the order and the rate constant now. Now for this reaction, let us write the equation. Log of T half is equal to tan 45 degree. I am writing the formula y is equal to mx into log of A. This is equal to 1. Therefore, log of T half is equal to log of A. Therefore, T half is equal to A, where A was the initial concentration. Let me write this as C naught. Therefore, T half is dependent on the initial concentration as T half is equal to C naught to the power 1. Now, you should also always remember this formula of T half in terms of initial concentration. T half is equal to 2 raised to the power n minus 1 minus 1 upon n minus 1 K times C naught raised to the power n minus 1. This is the formula for T half in terms of the initial concentration C naught for any nth order reaction. So we see that C naught raised to the power 1 minus n is equal to C naught. The power of C naught is 1 minus n. Therefore, we get here that 1 minus n is equal to 1. That is n is equal to 0. Therefore, we now find out that the order of the reaction is 0. Now let us find out what the value of T half is for a 0th order reaction. For a 0th order reaction, n is equal to 0. Therefore, we get half minus 1 upon minus 1 times K into C naught raised to the power minus 1, that is C naught here. Therefore, this becomes equal to C naught upon 2K. So T half for first order reaction is equal to C naught upon 2K. Now here we are getting C naught as T half as C naught. Let us compare it with this. This is equal to C naught. Therefore, 2K is equal to 1. Therefore, the value of K is equal to half. Therefore, the value of rate constant comes out to be equal to half. So we thus get the answer for order and rate constant just by interpreting the graph. So the important thing for you is that you should know how the graphs of the various functions for various order reactions are and what do their slopes and other things tell you. So it is important to learn how to draw graphs and to interpret graphs.